Social media awareness is the new sex education awareness of the 21st century. And with everything going on with the sex trafficking and everything with the children being abducted and women being abducted and all of the personal information being given out on social media with TikTok, everything like that, I think that social media should be just as important as sex education in schools. Me, from my personal experience, I had to talk to my little cousin a few times about TikTok. She would be posting stuff like dances that she thought were cool and trendy, but actually had a sexual meaning behind them. Our parents are from Ukraine, and they're not all about technology and stuff, so they don't really understand everything like that's going on. Like, what we tell them is what they know. So with Anessa, she's 10 years old, and I really had to figure out a way of how to explain stuff to her for her age. She's 10 years old, and I had to know how to explain a few things without scaring her that everybody's a bad person, everybody has those like bad intentions. So I think that there should be a format of like the different ages and stuff of how to explain stuff to them. Material can be age appropriate to prepare children about the dangers of social media. Some examples are like elementary school students, they can discuss password safety, sharing passwords with parents, not playing video games with strangers online, because I know that's a crazy thing as well, how you can talk to people with your headphones on while you're playing games, and I mean, they can talk to you about anything, and parents won't know because you're in headphones, so it's not like they can hear exactly what you're hearing. Middle school students, they can teach the adolescents of how to be upstanders and not bystanders. They can discuss cyberbullying, setting up private settings, knowing your followers. So I know right now there's a lot of people that are Instagram influencers and such, and I myself have been catfished, I guess you could say, where somebody took my pictures and pretended to be somebody else and they were following my followers. So that's how I figured out about it. But if they use your pictures and you don't know them, then like that can get bad. But we got it figured out just personally, one-on-one. High school students, you can discuss sexting and legal consequences, dangers of putting information on social media, colleges and jobs following prospective students and employees through their social media accounts. So I know that they always tell you whenever you're applying, like a lot of places ask for your social media handles because they'll follow you and they can know. I know that I knew a lady that she got workers' comp, so she was home for a month, I think, with her back, but she was still going to pumpkin patches with her kids and shopping sprees and stuff like that. So she ended up getting in trouble for that because technically she's supposed to be on bed rest at home. So you really need to like know what you're posting, know who's following you, everything, have the education that you need. There was a man named Anthony that said, "I'm surprised our schools haven't seized the moment to develop specific technology competencies around safety, time management, and positive peer interaction to go along with the explosion of one-on-one device usage. Stories abound of children being abducted by predators or losing themselves in games for 8-hour stretches. Sadly, all forms of social apps provide multiple opportunities for harassment and bullying. Schools have left them ever-changing technology burdens to parents and families alone, even though the consequences of poor use stretch its way into the school." So caregivers are their children's primary defense with technology uses and abuses, but they shouldn't be the only ones. It's time for school districts to create multifactual technologically safeguards all kids can follow both inside and outside of school. Using the devices in hand as productivity as possible while maintaining in physical, social, emotional, and academic health of students is a goal worth achieving together. So I think that everybody just needs to come together and talk to all their school districts and the principals and the school boards to explain how we're feeling about this. Because let's face it, teenagers use social media inside and outside of school, especially teenagers, because they're the ones that have their own phones. I got my phone when I was 16, and I remember that my little cousin's 10th birthday, Anessa, the one that I was talking about earlier, her birthday was just now coming up, and I asked her what she wanted for it, and she's like, well, I want my own iPhone. I'm like, no, honey, that's not how it works. I'm sorry. So, I just think that there's just so much safety that needs to be taught. So there's this playground analogy when it comes to the internet and social media. When we let our kids go to the playground knowing that they may encounter bullies out there or they could fall and get hurt, we teach them how to climb when we help them with when they fall or hurt themselves. So we instruct them about how to handle the bullies they may run into. Social media is the playground of this generation. They still need our guidance and our help. They need to know what to do when they get encountered to that, like when they encounter those bad people online or cyberbullies or just predators in general, masking themselves as somebody else. So we need to just stick together and learn how to explain to the kids and educate them without scaring them that this world is evil and that they could still be a child. Like, we don't want to take their childhood away from them. So I think that we need to get people to sign petitions and give your opinion to the school district and stay united. Thank you for your time.